Okay, welcome to Punky's World. First of all, I found strange charges on my charge card, which I reported, and now I'm getting a new card. I am going to print the emails that I received about the fraudulent charges, because what the heck is internet, and why is it being charged to my card? 2 months in a row. And 2 charges of it in January. My internet does not get paid on my charge card. And it's it's Spectrum. It would say Spectrum. But that gets paid out of my checking account. That does not get paid on my charge card ever. And it doesn't even add up to the right amount. Because they took 54 one day and 38.25. Actually, they took them both on the same day. That's $86.25. That's more than I pay. And they took another $38 February 1st and 25 cents. So I'm like, in total, they took $92.25. So I called Capital One and said, what? Because it popped up while I was watching the pay-per-view last night. Because I didn't see that last month, or I would have done something about it last month. But she had me go through and make sure there were no other charges. Yeah, they charged it twice in the same day last month. On New Year's. What the heck? And it clearly says internet. I don't pay my cable bill on my charge card. So, don't know what's going on. So, hopefully we'll get it figured out. I'm going to print out, like I said, those emails which I saved in my finances folder. I have several folders in my email to keep things organized. I have a folder for DDS, Department of Developmental Services. I have a folder for finances, which are any online receipts, proof of payment for lights and cable, all that stuff. I have those proofs of payment. I can show them what I paid. $63 out of my checking. Because I keep those in my finances email folder. I also have a genealogy email folder, a historical society email folder. I do that to keep myself organized. So I don't just have it in the to keep email folder. I have a lot in that folder too, but that's just miscellaneous stuff that I could go in and separate out into the other folders, but it's stuff that I didn't know where to put. So I did the Royal Rumble update, review, and I screwed up because I didn't realize it was going to be on so early, and so I missed the Women's Rumble and most of the tag team match. So I saw the Men's Rumble, and I saw the match. And I saw Cody and KO. That's it. KO was wearing a t-shirt, which I should have mentioned in my other video. It said, son of a security system technician. No, it's a Canadian Dream, son of a security system technician. It was a play on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, son of a plumber. So. Yeah. So that was interesting. So yeah, that was my night last night while I was watching the pay-per-view, trying to take down the names as they were coming in, which is why I missed some of the eliminations, dealing with Capital One, who were very nice. Now I have to wait for a new card, so, which is fine. Which means I have to change my virtual card. Luckily, and that's another thing I have to do, is I have to call Allure Beauty Box, find out why they charged me for January, and now have just charged me for February, and I haven't gotten the January box. So, I'll have to find that out. I gotta write down the calls I have to make. What was the other one? Oh, DTA, because they lowered my food stamps. Because I got a COLA, which I knew they would. I also got a rent raise that negates that COLA completely. So, if they ever answered their dang phones, if I can't get a hold of them, I'm filling out the paperwork to appeal. Because I don't know what else to do at this point. Oops. Oh, severe weather. For East Douglas, it'll be in effect. Oops. Until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Two to 4 inches of snow. Okay, we're getting snow. It is February. I mean, yeah, we're getting snow. Like I said, it's February. I live in New England. And by the way, Alexa needs to update herself because East Douglas no longer exists. Why the town did away with it and therefore changed all of the street numbers, I have absolutely no idea. But they did a number of years ago. Got rid of the village and changed all of the street numbers on the main road. What that does is make an ever-loving flipping mess. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, all of Main Street got changed. Which is a headache, because you've known the addresses forever, and all of a sudden, and I'm not kidding you here, number 93 is now number 347. What? Or is that one 353? It's like 347. It's weird. There's 3 buildings in there. I've shown it to you. And it's weird because they were always 92 and 93. And 91, I believe. Because that was the odd side of the street. It still is. But what? So, yeah, that's confusing. All of the numbers have changed because they got rid of the village. Even though everybody still calls the main road East Douglas. I don't know whether they flipped the numbers on the street I'm on or not, because it's the same village, but I'm not really going to go into where I live, but I don't know whether, because I wasn't living here when they made that asinine decision, so I'm not sure whether they changed the numbers on this road or not. And if you listen to the historian at the library, she'll tell you, well, there never were official street numbers. Lady, I had an address my whole life before you were even stinking thought of. A street number. And a post office box. But I had a street number my entire life. Before you were even thought of. So. I mean, it did say that they didn't... They said they were purely postal, except the post office refuses to use them. So, because heavens to Betsy, your street address is on your mail instead of your post office address. Well, guess what? Your mail's going back, unless they happen to know that's you. Most of the time, you can count on your mail going back or just sitting in the post office collecting dust. So, end of rant. But it's very confusing when you walk around Main Street and none of the numbers match at all. Of course, it's confusing anyway because I grew up here and everything's changed. As happens, all of the the businesses on Main Street have changed, and some places have moved to different parts of the street, and over time those things happen. Main Street's much busier, as I've shown you. Again, I don't live on Main Street, and I don't plan on telling you where I live, but I will tell you I grew up on Main Street, as you know. So yeah, so much has changed, and that is the nature of life, I guess. It's just, do you have to change the street numbers and confuse everybody? It's like our nearby highway changed all the exit numbers, and they knew it was going to be so difficult that they put the old number underneath the new number, the old exit number underneath the new number on the sign, rather than leaving them alone, so the people wouldn't get confused. Then why did the highway department, state highway department, the town, there's a difference, find the need to change them in the first place if you were just going to have to leave the old number on there anyway? That's like, why are they putting all the rotaries, or roundabouts as they call them in England, all of a sudden? According to every driver I've talked to, it doesn't help truckers, it hurts them. So they lost that argument, which was their argument. Anyway, sorry I'm ranting. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.